Frame analysis. Video 1. Geometry. With frame analysis, arbitrary planar structures can be analyzed according to both first and second order theory. With access to any of the associated design modules for concrete, steel or timber, a design in accordance with current standard can be performed. It is therefore appropriate to start by choosing the correct national annex to the Eurocode, and in this case we will choose the Swedish annex for steel, as we will define a steel structure. The program is divided into 4 parts: input geometry, input loads, results, and design. In this instructional video, we will go through how to build up the geometry for the structure. There are 3 ways to specify the geometry in the program. The first is to choose the option Input, Geometry, and build up the structure numerically by defining a number of nodes with associated coordinates and then connect them with members. Then there is a way called wizards, preferably used for more standardized structures, for example timber trusses or various types of steel trusses. With these wizards, also snow and wind loads and where appropriate imposed loads will be automatically calculated. This will be shown in another video. In this video, we will concentrate on the most common way to define a frame, and that is to draw it graphically. For this, the tool Member, situated at the program's left edge, will be used. When the cursor moves over the drawing area, the coordinate changes by default with increments of a half meter. It is then recommended to first adjust the drawing area for the particular project, which is done by choosing Options, Drawing Area. As shown, the plot area is as default selected to 10 by 10 meters, but in this case we want 20 meters horizontally in the X direction. Here also the resolution mentioned earlier, 0.5 meter by default, can be changed. The next step will be to draw the structural model. The geometry is now defined, and each element is as default regarded as rigidly connected to the nodes. Each node, defined with a member tool, is also assumed to be braced with regard to out-of-plane instability. It is important to know when later a design is performed. There is an additional tool that can be used to define the geometry called Unsupported Joint. This tool is used if one needs to create a node not to be braced with regard to out-of-plane instability, but more on that subject in the videos dealing with design. If one wants to make changes in the geometry, there are 2 tools adapted for that purpose: Delete and Move. With the Move tool, a node is activated and moved to a new position. The Delete tool is used to point at the element and nodes, and they will disappear. So now we have a complete geometry and can proceed with the remaining input.